what I wanted to kind of show you guys today is two things. Number one is showing how to set up Google Analytics, which is super easy. How to add Google Analytics to your ClickFunnels funnel, which is super easy. Hey, Nina. And then I'm going to kind of walk you through. So remember this beautiful image? So I wanted to walk you through a day worth of content, opt-ins, bridge page visits, and sales from my own funnel for yesterday. So you can see kind of the whole process and the whole cycle. You're the bomb. Alrighty, so let's get started. So I'm going to start with at the top of a funnel. So again, going back to here to content. So remember, people see our content, we direct them to visit our opt-in page using a call to action. So for XYZ benefit, click here. And so then they'll visit our opt-in page. If it looks congruent with the content that we created and that they saw, they'll provide their email address. They'll go to our bridge page. They'll read a little bit about us, see our video that talks a little bit about our own story and pre-introduces the product that we're promoting. And then they will visit the sales page, which is completely owned by the business whose product that we are promoting. And we have no kind of no say in how they create their messaging. And then the customer will decide if they want to make a purchase at that time. And if not, well, either way, we're going to continue to follow up with them via email and provide them value, nurture that relationship, and continue to promote products to them that can help solve their problems. Okay, so we're looking at my TikTok analytics for August 20th. Hopefully you guys can see my cursor. But I'm not going to lie, you guys. Yesterday, I only posted 2 TikTok videos. I was extremely busy, and they were like not the most like well thought out quality videos that I would normally put out. But yesterday was just insane for me, so I gave myself a little bit of grace and compassion for getting out even 2 videos. So, but I'm going to kind of just make some notes on my notebook as we go through this. And if you want to make notes as well, feel free. But I want to start with just the top, very top. So the number of video views. So yesterday, 5,616 views on my content. And then I would, in my call to action, or if people were curious about what it is that I am about, they would visit my profile. So then 218 profile visits. Oh my goodness. All right. And then if I go to beacons, so remember what I was saying last time, like beacons is a little bit like across whatever platforms you're using, the time zones are going to be different. And so it's not going to be exactly matched up, but they'll be close enough that you can kind of ballpark, where you're at. It's never going to be like a perfect exact science. And if you're trying to make it a perfect exact science, I have a friend who's an affiliate marketer, and he was saying that he was using link tracking. He has like several blogs, but he was using link tracking so granular that each individual link, even though it was for the same product in one blog post, that he was like using different links. I was like, he's like, yeah, I realize now that that's like way too much. I was like, yeah, a little bit, because it doesn't matter if somebody clicks the link for the product you're promoting above the image or below it. Like, anyway, he has since changed his ways, but I just wanted to mention that because, like I said, it's not going to be perfectly exact, but you do want to have a ballpark idea of why your content is or is not performing and getting clicks. Okay, so now we are going to beacons. I need to move my phone. All right, I'm going to set it here. Hopefully I'll still be able to see the chat in case you guys have questions. Feel free to put them in the chat. Don't be shy. Alrighty, so right now we're looking at my beacons link. So if you click, I'm going to go back to TikTok because we're pretty much done there. But if I go view my profile, so this link right here, did you all see my skeleton dance yesterday? That was quality content for sure. Okay, so this is my beacons my beacons link. So when people click the link in my TikTok bio, this is what they see. They either see start here or get my free affiliate marketing course in my Facebook group, which what I need to do is just take out start here altogether, because in the past like 2 months, probably, if you go back through all my content, I probably have not included more than like 1 or 2 calls to action. Hold on. That say, click the link in my bio and go to start here, because that's linking directly to Legendary Marketer, and I don't try to sell directly from TikTok anymore. Give me 1 sec, guys. I need to put my cat out. Lunchy, come here. Come on. Come on, baby. I know. Sorry, she was getting wild. So anyway, I haven't been, basically that link is just there because in full transparency mode, I have been afraid to take it out because I was like, well, what if I don't get any sales? But I'm taking it out because I'm fine. So eventually, maybe today, no, definitely today, that's my commitment to myself and to you guys, and you're keeping me accountable. I'm going to take out that start here link, and so it's only going to be my Facebook group. So I'm not going to even have a beacons link. It would just be seeing how many people go to my Facebook group and ask to join. Okay. But I digress. So this is what people are currently clicking on when they click the link in my bio from TikTok. So they either have the option to start here, which is the Legendary Marketer 15-Day Business Builder Challenge, or they could join my Facebook group. So if I go over here to beacons, and again, it's not exact because the time zone differences, but it's somewhere between 74, I'm going to say 90 page views. And I'm just kind of estimating, just because the cutoff for the time zone is kind of funky with beacons, so it's not exactly, doesn't exactly match up. Okay. And then I'm going to look at, so then there were also, let's say, I'll say 60 clicks for start here. And again, start here is just my Legendary Marketer 15-day challenge link. And let's see, 26 plus 12. I'm going to say about 30 clicks on my Facebook group. And I just want to point out, so that's a total of 60 clicks from start here and 30 clicks from my Facebook group, but some of those clicks might overlap, meaning somebody could, have clicked on start here, but also clicked on the Facebook group. So it doesn't mean it's 90 unique clicks. Hope that makes sense. Okay. So I wish I had something I could write on the screen with, because the numbers I'm looking at right now, so it's starting real big at the top at the views on TikTok, 5,616 views. It gets a lot skinnier, 218 profile visits, a lot skinnier, 90 views on my beacons page, and then about 90 clicks between start here and my Facebook group. So you can see it's going skinnier and skinnier. Let's see. Okay, so now I want to take you into, so now that we know where people are clicking, so we have about 30 people clicking on my Facebook group, and I can't remember how many I added yesterday. Let me see. Probably about 10. So of the people who clicked on the link to go to my Facebook group, about a third of that, or a third of those people actually requested to join and were approved. Sorry, my nose is runny. Okay, so now I want to show you in ClickFunnels. So first I'm going to just log into my ClickFunnels dashboard. So this is what you will see when you log into your own ClickFunnels account. So to look up a specific funnel, so I'm going to go up here to ClickFunnels and Funnels, And I'm sure that if you don't use ClickFunnels and you use another funnel builder, that they have something comparable. So if you use something different and you are not familiar with how to look up stats, just leave a comment and I'll try to find a recent YouTube video that shows you kind of how to look at the analytics in your funnel builder. Okay, so I'm going to look at my funnel. So you click on your funnel and you're going to go to stats. And then we're going to change the date range to yesterday, the 20th. And I appreciate you guys being here. I realize this isn't the most fun or glamorous topic, but it is truly important. All right. So ClickFunnels is like notorious for their stats being inaccurate. And like I was talking about this on Wednesday, that's like the one complaint that I have about ClickFunnels. And I have friends who are also affiliate marketers that say the same thing, like, oh yeah, the stats are never right. And so they also have Google Analytics set up. So if you are setting up Google Analytics on your funnel, know that you're in the company of a lot of really like skilled and knowledgeable and successful affiliate marketers. I'm not saying setting up Google Analytics will make you that, but I'm just saying it's a good step to take to really have a handle on how your funnel is doing. You know what I mean? So if we're looking at these stats that may or may not be accurate. So here's my home page or my welcome page. Like that's the first page of my funnel. That's my opt-in page. So what ClickFunnels is trying to tell me here, and I'm sorry this doesn't highlight more clearly, but this top line where it says home, so it says all page views was 19 and uniques was 14. That means that there were 14 unique visitors, like unique people that landed on my opt-in page. Google Analytics is probably compatible with other systems, Colleen. I'll have to check for sure, but I mean, Google is so ubiquitous that it would be silly of other like funnel builders or other apps in general that are like web-based to not offer integration with them, you know, because Google is like owns the world basically. So if you're thinking of like a specific funnel builder, I think you use System, right? But I'm sure it does. And it might require some kind of like plug-in or something. And if Lori's watching right now, she can opine, but I can find out for sure after the training. So yeah, 14 unique people visited my opt-in page, and then 9 of those opted in, allegedly. And I think this number actually is accurate because I was looking at it before we started this call. But then this is a little bit more tricky. So then my thank you page, or my bridge page, the one with my video on it, so that had 7 visits and only 6 were unique. So already I'm like, well, okay, that seems like it'd be doable or realistic. But let's go to Google Analytics. So I just actually set this up on, I don't remember, Monday or Tuesday. But this is what it looks like. And I'm going to show you guys like exactly how to set it up for ClickFunnels at least in just a sec. But this is a report snapshot. And this is for yesterday's date. But if I scroll down here, so this shows like a bunch of information. It gets super like detailed. So a lot of users from the US, Australia, Ecuador, Germany, etc. I don't care super a lot about that. But what I care more about is the views by page title and screen class. All that means is this number of people viewed my opt-in page and this number of people viewed my bridge page. So what that means, like if I'm looking at this like, hey, okay, so they viewed my page, so what? So that means 40 people clicked on the link in my TikTok bio or my Instagram bio or wherever, but just for the sake of this illustration, we're just gonna say TikTok. So 40 people clicked the link in my TikTok bio, then they clicked start here, and then they went to my opt-in page. So if we do the math on that, so I had 5,616 views. Oh, oops, I need to put the small number on the top. So that means of all the people that viewed my content, 0.7% of them ended up hitting my opt-in page. That doesn't mean that they opted in, but it just means that that's how how it got funneled down and how many people actually hit my opt-in page. And then what I can also infer from these numbers is this introducing the 15-day challenge. That is my bridge page. And so 9 people. So basically that means 9 people hit my bridge page. And in order to hit my bridge page, that means people had to have opted in. So how I can double check that, and what I'm going to show you guys to show that Google Analytics is indeed the most accurate way of tracking your traffic. So that means I have 9 opt-ins. Let's make sure that that's accurate. So I'm going to go over to my Aweber, and I already have pulled up. So this, again, Aweber is one of those platforms where the time zone difference is a little bit funky, but I'm looking at my subscribers for my opt-in list. That's the link or the list that is attached to that specific funnel in ClickFunnels. And I have selected added since yesterday. So this is also going to spill over a little bit to today. But as you can see, I have 11 people on this list. And then if I look over here on the date, this far right column where it says date, so these are all from yesterday. And then I have 3 that kind of spilled over to today. So the number 9 opt-ins, that matches up. Just because I know that there's the time zone difference. So that looks accurate. So I got 9 opt-ins. I'm adding that to my list. And I'll just share with you, because I'm not going to log into my Legendary Marketer back office and show you my commissions. But I got 1 conversion. It's been slow, y'all. All right. So I think that this might be backwards. Let me know, or I can just look and see. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay. Well, if it is backwards, I took it down, and if not, you can kind of see that there were 5. I'm going to put it up on the screen right here. Okay. So, views, I had 5,616. Profile visits, I had 218. Views on my beacons link, I had 90. Okay. Sorry, there's like such a lag between what I'm doing live and the recording. And then, so I had 90 clicks. Nine opt-ins. And conversions, I had 1. So you can kind of see how everything funnels down. So if I'm just kind of looking at this, obviously the views aren't super high, especially like if you were just starting on TikTok and you have like 1,000 followers, 5,616 views is pretty decent. I've been on TikTok for a while, and so I have like 45,000 followers, and I only posted 2 videos yesterday, and they did like meh. I just want to add something in case you are feeling discouraged because you're not getting a lot of traffic or views, and this is why I posted in the group yesterday that Rachel Peterson video. Rachel Peterson, if you don't know, is this like amazing marketer, has like close to 1 million followers on TikTok, and is just like a savage. But she was like, if your views and your engagement are low right now, it's partially because kids are going back to school right now. So if part of your audience is adults that have kids, they are tending to be a little bit busy right now, getting their kids situated, getting back to school, getting back in the swing of things. And obviously with everything happening with COVID is kind of just complicating things more. And so they have a lot less free time to be scrolling on TikTok. And so what she was saying, and I have heard this from a number of other affiliate marketers who've been around the block for several years and have seen this trend year after year. So I don't know if that gives you any solace or like makes you feel better if your views and engagement or have been a little bit down recently, but just know that this is part of like the seasonality of, you know, people going back to school and everything like that. So be patient. I know I hate when people tell me to be patient, but truly be patient and things will pick back up once, you know, home life settles down for people with kids. But so 5,616 views, and I'm just going to bust out the calculator once again. So 3.8%. So what I'm doing is I'm just calculating kind of each line by the line above it. So of all the people who viewed my content yesterday, 3.8% of those visited my profile. And of all the people that visited my profile, 41.2% viewed my beacons page. And of all the people that viewed my beacons page, 60 people, so 2/3, clicked on my Start Here link, which is my legendary marketer link. Nine of them opted in. And one converted. So if I'm just looking at this, it's a little bit hard to say because the views are so low. And I can't, like what I was saying on Wednesday, it is imperative, like the most important thing, especially when you're first starting, is to get engagement and get views and get interaction with your content. And like once you have 1,000 followers and can put a clickable link in your bio to start driving traffic. But traffic is the most important thing. You won't be able to tell if, you know, the lower tiers of your funnel aren't working unless you are driving enough traffic through it to see where there's a bottleneck happening. So of all those people that viewed my profile, of all those people that viewed my content, 3.8% viewed my profile. Okay. That's not like the greatest for sure. Like in comparison, let me go back to TikTok and remember that day, I think it was August 7th. Oops. Oh, blast. August 10th. Yeah, so August 10th I think it was August 10th that I was showing you last time, but 29,000 video views on August 10th. Oops. And 1217. So 1217 over 29,000. So it's a little bit higher, 4.2%. But not much higher. So that's standard. Not everybody that watches your content is going to be like, ooh, I want to go check out what she has to offer. And 41% actually clicked the link in my bio after visiting my profile. Then from there, 2/3 actually clicked the Start Here link. 15% actually opted in. So I guess what I would kind of notice is, so 60 people clicked the Start Here link, and then only 15% opted in. So that kind of sticks out to me. Like basically 60 people went out of their way to click the Start Here link and then read the headline, read my hook story offer, and then the vast majority, 85%, were like, nah. So I think what that tells me is there's something about my opt-in page that I could test. So I just want to go back to ClickFunnels really quick. I'm going to go back to my funnel. And this is such a bad example because you should always be testing. So I'm going to create a variation. So in case you want to do split testing or A/B testing in ClickFunnels, this is how you can do it. So the reason why you would want to do a split test is you can change different elements about your opt-in page or your bridge page on your funnel and then test them, meaning, let me show you. You can have half of your traffic sent to your original or your control and then half sent to the variation. Hey, from Belgium. Good to see you. So I'm going to just create a duplicate page. So right now it just created a variation that's over here on the right. And I'm going to click this little slider to 50%. So I'm going to go in here to the variation that I just created. I'm just going to do this for funsies. So I'm going to change my headline. Live a life. Oopsie. Live a life free from financial stress. I'm going to save actually. So something actually really important that I want to point out is whenever you do a variation in ClickFunnels, just like you would be connecting it for the very first time, you need to add your integration for your email autoresponder. So go up here to settings, integrations, Aweber. I am going to integrate it with an existing list, which is my opt-in list. So now it's connected. If you don't, that would be very unfortunate because people will still be able to opt in on your ClickFunnels funnel as they, click the link in your bio, enter their email, etc. But their email address won't be sent over to your email autoresponder, and that would be very unfortunate. Okay. So I have my email autoresponder connected. I just saved it. I changed the headline. So now I'm going to exit out of there. All right. And now I change that back to 50-50. And I'm going to apply those changes. I'm going to test that for, 3 or 4 days. And maybe I'll update the group when I have some kind of definitive answer in terms of which opt-in page is better. But I just wanted to show you that because that's like an example of when you're looking at these numbers and you're like, 85% of people who visited my opt-in page left, So something about my opt-in page, even for that small sliver of total visitors, from the huge amount that viewed my content, the vast majority of them left after they saw my opt-in page. So why? So that's just kind of how I would think about these statistics and looking at them. And I know that and tracking my statistics is actually like on a day-to-day basis is something that I have been wanting to do. So I'm going to make a commitment right now to start doing this, to track my views, profile visits, et cetera down the line, because I want to be able to look at the trends. It's also something I wanted to mention. It's a little bit less important, these exact numbers, because they're going to fluctuate. It's going to depend on a lot of things. But when you can start to see trends over time. So if the number of people or the percentage of people who opt into my email list is like right around, 15 to 20%, and then all of a sudden, something changes and now it's down at like 5%, I need to take a hard look at what the heck happened. Like maybe, and it could be anything from, so if my opt-in rate dropped drastically, that means that it's either my opt-in page or my content. It can't be anything lower than that, you know? Or if the number of people, if I was like making, I don't know, had like a 5% conversion rate, and now all of a sudden it's at 1%, or I stopped getting conversions for like a couple weeks, then it's safe to say that there's something about either my bridge page, my opt-in page, or my content. And probably your bridge page or your content. But remember that the importance of having congruent messaging that you have to like pull up through your funnel from the product page or the sales page of whatever it is that you're promoting, that's critical. And so sometimes looking at these numbers, in addition to being able to see what's working and what's not in your funnel, you can also kind of troubleshoot or almost do an audit of your content and like reevaluate it and make sure that, did you hear that meow? Make sure that your messaging is still consistent. Because, you know, sometimes if we're not paying attention or we're not diligent about reevaluating our content, it might morph over time. Okay, so I'm going to leave ClickFunnels. Actually, why did I close ClickFunnels? I'm going to open that back up because I'm going to show you, close all this other stuff. I'm going to show you how to actually set up Google Analytics. My cat literally howls like a wolf. Okay. So here I am at Google. Hush. Here I am at Google Analytics, which if you have a Google account, oh my goodness. Lunchbox. So it's just analytics.google.com. And if you already have a Google account, you can use that. All right, so I'm going to go to this empty account that I have. And I'm going to go to start measuring. My new account name, let's see. I'm going to call it, I'm actually going to set it up on Barb Recommends, which is like an old funnel for products that I don't promote anymore when I first started doing affiliate marketing. But so you're going to go into your ClickFunnels, go to the funnels tab, and search for the funnel that you want to start measuring. Let's see. Ultimate Small Shop. That was one of the first products that I promoted when I first started doing affiliate marketing. And I was running Facebook ads to it. I actually learned Facebook ads through Legendary Marketer. So I wasn't just like going out and trying to learn Facebook ads through trial and error. So as you can see, Barb Recommends is the domain. So I just wanted to point that out. That's why I set that up, or I'm setting it up as Barb Recommends in Google Analytics. Okay. So now I'm going to go next. Property name, again, Barb Recommends. US, I'm in Pacific time, US dollar, next. And I just selected other. I think Google just uses this for their own purposes. And I'm a small business. And I want to measure, so I'm going to pick lead generation. And measure customer engagement with my site. And click create. Okay, I accept. I personally do not want to receive any emails from Google. Okay, so now it will pull up this page. And right now it's on the setting, like the admin tab, and it's on the data streams tab. So if you ever needed to if you ever kind of got lost within Google Analytics, which is definitely possible, that's where it starts us out at. So we're going to choose a platform. So we're going to choose web because that's where our website lives. It's not an app. It's not like an Android app or it's not an iOS app. So select web. And let's see, barbrecommends.com. And we're going to call it Barb Recommends once again. Okay, and now I'm going to create this data stream. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm just kind of showing you the bare bones stuff, because we honestly, as affiliate marketers, if you're selling a product through ClickFunnels, that you'll want to have a little bit more set up so that it's more kind of granular and robust in the kind of metrics that it tracks, and you can actually track how much it costs for you to acquire a customer, like if you're running ads, and you can check, how much your customers are spending and how long they're spending on each page and so on and so forth. But we're not going to go that deep, because as affiliate marketers, we don't need to worry about that, and we don't own the sales page where all the sales are happening and all the payment processing is happening. We only care about our opt-in page and our bridge page. All right. So now we're going to open this under tagging instructions right here. We're just going to click this top little drop down. And so it says global tag, a global site tag. Use this if you're using a website builder or a CMS hosted site. So if you're using a website builder, like basically any kind of like ClickFunnels, or I'm guessing probably GrooveFunnels or System.io, but this, or if you're using like WordPress or something like that, this is what you want to grab. So copy the global site tag into the head section of your HTML. Okay, easy peasy. So one thing I want to point out, this is how you need to copy and paste it. Don't go in here and like highlight it and do all that. The reason being, if there's a space at the end or at the beginning or anything funky like that of this, like this script, it's going to jack everything up. So don't highlight it. Do the easy way, which is copy button right here. So come over to the copy button and click it. Click it a couple times if you want, just to make sure it's copied. We're going to go back over to ClickFunnels. And now we are going to the settings tab. So this is the settings tab within this particular funnel. This isn't over here. This isn't like the account settings. We don't want that. This is just for this funnel. So my ultimate small shop funnel, this will probably be like your legendary marketer funnel or your 3-day challenge funnel or whatever product it is that you're promoting, your keto product. But we're going to go over here to settings. And I actually have a head tracking code in here, and I think this is, this is just my Facebook domain verification. So I'm just going to hit a couple spaces or hit enter a couple times and Control V, or right click and paste that in there. And that's all I'm going to do. Then I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom. Lunch, hush. And now it's saved. So at the bottom it says funnel was successfully updated. All right, so I go back to Google Analytics. I'm going to close this. And if I go over here to reports, and I want to look at real time. So there's the report snapshot, and then right below that is real time. So I'm going to click real time. And now, so there's nothing happening real time. And this is a product that I don't promote anymore. But what I want to do is just kind of do a test run to make sure that this is connected. So let's copy this, barbrecommends.com/ultimate-small-shop. And I'm going to open up a new window and go through my own funnel. You guys can see how beautiful it is. Ooh, ah. I don't know why it didn't pop up and ask for email. I might have changed my funnel at some point, but that's less important. But the most important thing is that if I look back over here, so it just registered that I just visited from desktop, and that means that it's connected. So that's awesome. I will let you know that it does take maybe like up to 24 to 48 hours for like all of the data to kind of start populating in Google Analytics. So like give it a couple days to like fully connect and send all of the data over. Right now, obviously, it's showing the real-time data is definitely connected, so we know at least we connected it correctly. But isn't that fairly easy and painless? I think so. So I'm just going to close that. And I'll close my ClickFunnels. But does anybody have any questions? I feel like I've just been talking at you guys for a while. Or was I hope that was helpful, at least. I'm sorry for the lag. There's such a lag between me asking a question and then it actually showing on the live video on my phone. But I hope this was helpful. My goal for this was, so often we're like, understand the stats better, good. I think so often we feel out of control over our results, and everybody wants to make sales, but sometimes that doesn't happen. And it can be really frustrating when you feel like you can't figure it out and you're trying everything, and you might be trying everything, but it might be the wrong stuff. And so what my hope is that this helps you to understand how you can look at your statistics and troubleshoot where exactly the bottleneck in your funnel is happening. And if ever you are looking at these stats and you're not sure, like, okay, I have everything down. I have my views, my profile visits, my, views to my link tree or beacons or whatever you're using. The number of clicks, like I have all those numbers, but I'm looking at them and I don't know how to make sense of them. Post them in the Facebook group. It will be so helpful. Not just for y'all, like whoever's posting it, but for everyone else to see and be able to start thinking about it from like a statistical perspective, I guess, for lack of a better word. Changing your opt-in caption was a great example of even while being successful, you're still learning and improving along the way. Totally. Yeah. And like I said, that was a poor example because you should really always be testing. Like testing different things with your opt-in page, testing different things with your bridge page. That way, when people say like, you can optimize your funnel, that's what they mean, is figuring out the best version through testing. That's all optimizing is. So you should always be testing between two opt-in pages. Once you determine which one's stronger, which one captures opt-ins better, then you should start testing it against a different version and again and again and again until you're confident that like the version you have is like the pinnacle of efficiency, and I think, I can't remember who I was talking with about this, but the same with like email headlines, like you can, or subject lines, you can split test like email subject lines or just like a number of different things. So yeah, it's kind of like hedging your bets. Like if you have two different subject lines or two different headlines on your opt-in page or whatever it is, one is just by virtue of there being two, like one is always going to do better and one is always going to do worse. And so, sorry, my automated Facebook process is trying to run. But the point being, it's like you can always be tweaking and improving things slightly. Like I guess is what I'm saying. Honestly, I need to learn the programs. Oh, you will. Don't you worry. All right, y'all. Does anybody have any questions about anything that we just went through? I know that was kind of probably a lot. Obviously, this video will be available for replay purposes forever, so. But yeah. And at least now you kind of have the language to like ask questions more effectively too. So like if you were posting in the Facebook group, hey, I'm trying to optimize my beacons page for clicks, or I'm trying to optimize my bridge page for whatever, like you'll have the vocabulary to be able to communicate whatever you're trying to improve. Thank you. Breathe well. I'll try. So yeah, hopefully you know the how-to, like how to set up Google Analytics, how to troubleshoot your funnel from content all the way down to conversions. And you can also figure it out yourself. You can also kind of look at the views, profile, visits, etc., and know how to communicate that to someone else if you're trying to figure out, if you are having difficulty figuring out what's not working and are looking for help. You're welcome so much. Alrighty. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I'll be going live again in the group on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. If you think of any specific tips, tricks, helpful tutorials or anything, or topics that you want me to cover, you can send me a DM or you can post it in the group, whatever you want to do. Otherwise, I'll just be left to my own devices. But yeah, thank you again for joining, and I will see you all later.